So I will take care of that, and now I'm going to get out of here so you can talk to Paul and Raya.
So, Paul, my first question to
Yeah,
you is, are you going to direct again?
I
That's the
hope so.
question that I have, because
I
I know this is not easy. I know that.
No, no, it's not easy, and I hope to. Yeah, that's what I'm.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Yeah, I just want to have a crew next time. Doing everything yourself is exhausting, so we need a crew.
See, and I know that doing everything yourself, no matter what, I just happen to be coming in from a ranch. So I'm like, okay, nobody can do all the stuff that I'm doing. But you know what? I got to get back in the movie world so it balances things. So I feel like I'm doing what you created when you were in Big Bear. That's what
Yeah.
it kind of sounds like. And I chose not to be a director, not to be an actor, because I can only just admire your crafts. And I'm here on the promoting side because you guys put a lot of work into doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it was 2.5 years of filming, which is unusual, but because it was just her and I, I had to plan one day, or maybe it took a couple days to plan, and then because it was COVID, I was buying things, and it took a while to get to us. There was one time there was a spot on the lens, and I had to get it. I didn't have a cleaning kit, so that took a week for
Just
us
to
to
get
get
the cleaning kit.
just to get the cleaning kit. And so it took a long time, but then we started to get into a groove. But we did shoot multiple days, but we could only shoot maybe an hour a day because I was trying to get that right lighting that I wanted to get, where it's kind of an overcast. When the days were overcast, it was great because I could shoot all day long. But I was trying to find the moment in the day when the sun would go past the mountain, but not over the horizon. So I had about 40 minutes of film time when we could create the atmosphere I was trying to get.
So when you're that actress and you're seeing a lot of these things behind the scene, what's going through your mind? Because you're not really thinking about this is part of the craft, but these things happen what becomes part of the craft, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Like,
She was a part of it.
and I was so in the elements because, as you know, we were shooting sometimes in the snow, and the whole point is she's waking up in the woods, and so I'd be sometimes having to be in these basically like holes of snow. And because of the lighting, we were almost always shooting the outdoor scenes either super early in the morning, like 5 a.m., or very late evening. So, yeah, we were just in the thick of it all. And I was obviously having to help with as much of the production as necessary. So, you know, whether it was pressing the sound, doing the clapboard,
You always did that. Yeah.
I was part of the crew. So it was just this cool kind of fun, challenging balance of being in production while also acting in it.
Yeah, lugging up equipment
Yes.
for
Lugging equipment out into the wilderness,
Yeah. It's there.
20 minutes beyond the road we pulled off on.
Yeah, there's sometimes it'd be 4 feet of snow we have to lug equipment through, and that's exhausting. It really is.
I think I have a behind the scenes video I was making to my friend. It was freezing and just cloudy and snowfall. And I'm like, why did I encourage him to do this? Why are we doing this again?
Well, and that's the whole thing. We think of those things like that. What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
What becomes part of the craft? The good thing about that is that this film is scary. It's good. And the good thing about that is all the stuff that went into it, because no matter where I am, like right now I'm in Illinois. Next week I'll be in Nashville. The week before that I was at EFI Festival in Los Angeles. So I'm always in a different place. But you know what? I've been staying in these houses that are 100. This house is 130 years old. And so do you not think I'm thinking about what I saw in the movie that you made? Because I look at it this way: when I go to Tennessee, I always remind people the Civil War is fought over every inch of that state. There are entities that you don't even know of that are there. How do I know? Because I've kind of seen one. So it's kind of strange. So I don't take this thing lightly. I take them, these things could happen. So yeah, you scared me a little bit. So good on you.
We have a couple of friends that are like, great, now you've ruined Big Bear for us. I'll never be able to take a walk in the woods in the evening again.
Our neighbor.
Yeah.
Same.
Our neighbor is like, now I'm going to look at your house and be scared of your house all the time.
But that's how you know you did a good job. Talk about your character. What is it about your character that's kind of spooky, but you were enthralled about it
For me or for Paul?
for you?
So, because we shot this over quarantine, we ourselves were going through a certain element of isolation, being in quarantine, being alone. We went from, city LA people with lots of busy social lives to this time isolated in the mountains. So there were a lot of parallels I could tap into in terms of the emotional development she was going through. And then just also there's so much tension in society, like politically in our world. And so the idea of questioning relationships and questioning who people really are, and that I also tapped into. And I'm not going to say too much more about that because I don't want to do any spoilers either, but just the idea of trust and do we really know everybody in our lives. So
And that's very true, and that's still that way today.
yeah.
So Paul, when it comes to this, it's one thing to write it, it's one thing to direct it, it's one thing to be in there, and all of a sudden you've got three different roles. Just basically the two of you doing that. That's not
Yeah.
easy. As I was seeing this, I'm like, okay, what film have I seen that people have done this? The only thing that comes closest to me was going back to Blair Witch.
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only thing I can think of.
yeah. It was just a bunch of friends making that movie, and I mean, that was Blair Witch was one of those movies that just broke through. I mean,
Yeah.
that was quite an amazing achievement that they did, and also it was all in creating a theater in someone's mind, because there not a lot exactly happened in Blair Witch. Yet you came out
And
of that
it's
thing,
so tense.
yeah, tense and terrified.
Yeah.
So they did a great job with that film.
Well, and one of the things I feel like you were really passionate about in both the directing, but then also in the editing, putting it together, is having questions,
Hmm.
not just having everything answered, keeping that what's going on tension throughout, that I think creates that creepiness. It creates that like on your edge,
Yeah.
even if something doesn't land with a scream at the end of that scene, you're still like, friends were saying like at the end of a screening, they realized that they had been gripping, for a really long time even.
Yeah, someone just at work said something about they watched the trailer and they were just kind of sitting there breathless and they said, I knew it was really good and tense because I did not breathe the entire time watching it. And I thought that's a great
Yeah.
compliment. But I am someone who likes to create um, uh, someone to question the movie, someone to be involved. I want them to be
Yeah.
involved in the movie and not just have everything handed to the person that's watching it. What are you doing? What are people doing, handing out everything, to people, and everything is answered and everything, where the next thing is going to go. I like the idea where they don't always know where it's going to go.
And that's when you know it works. I always say this no matter what, is what you don't see that scares the bejesus out of you.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
always
It's in your
works.
head. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. It's the creaking of everything. And I know from being in some of these older houses. And I'm the black guy who's not in any movies, and I feel like I'm in a movie. So I get it. Hey, last two questions. What would
Yeah.
you both say to get the audience to come see this film? And then what are you both working on next?
Mm.
Well, I think it's going to creep you out. If you want to stick with our film, the beginning, I think it's going to creep you out. And hopefully there will be some levity, like really dark comedy in it too. But
I was already creeped out. I got to be creeped out again.
yeah, got to be creeped out again. I'm going to creep you out. Definitely. Come see our happy place. Yes. But what do you think?
Well, I would also say I think we have a really unique piece right now because it's 100% independent filmmaking. With everything's analog, there's no CGI special effects, so you really get to go on this ride and know that it's all
It's all real.
practical.
Everything is
None of it's
shot.
computerized, none
Yeah.
of it's fake.
Yeah, everything is shot in camera. So there's things that move in the movie. There's things that kind of, like you wonder how is that happening? That's all in camera. I created it to make it look like you can't see things, it's hard for people to understand how that was created, which is great, for me,
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
And what do you guys got coming up next?
Well, I've got a feature that I want to do. Just got to find some funding right now, but I've got actors lined up and but yeah, just got to get the right producers involved.
Keep doing what you're doing because I'm seeing a lot of things happening cross country when I'm traveling. So the good thing is that horror is never going anywhere. Those
I don't.
family films like Minecraft and Super Mario Brothers is not going anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
concerned about the other films, but here's the thing: no matter what, I have to support. It's about I always hashtag the arts because it's about supporting things like this.
Oh,
So
thank you. Yeah.
that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. But here's the thing about that. Congratulations on what you did. It did
Thank you.
work,
Thank you.
and I like that. And so, I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
for this.
Brian.
Thanks for the good interview. Thank you.
Hey, on to the next thing.
Yeah, let's hope so.
What you were looking for.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.